Well, this is the next day. I'm still on the Lincolnshire coast as promised. My rod is there. And Colin, Mr. Colin Shaw, is down that way. So it is May the 11th. It's Saturday and it's 7 o'clock and it's not time for crackerjack. So yeah, it's very misty, but that's what was reported by the Met Office. I was hoping to get the sunrise, but I realised that I weren't going to. But we did see the Northern Lights last night. Forgot to put my camera on it, but got a lesson from a daughter and took a picture of the sky, and there it was, because it was getting cloudy then. But yeah, we are at Trunch Lane again. I went straight over the top, put all my gear away, finished my flask off, had a sandwich and went to sleep. Had a good night's sleep, not that long, but good night's sleep. Chappy man there who turned up at 3:20, he must have been eager to go fishing, whooped me up. Anyhow, this is the intro and we're gonna cut for the intro. Well, here we go. Actually going to be casting on something quite firm. Need to check these magnets. That went all right, went straight. I ain't got the power at all of what I had when I used to put the step in. So that's, but the more I do it, the more I'll be able to put a bit in. But as of yet, I haven't hurt my hip, which is good. Right, so I'm now going to bait up. I've got the main rod out and a sniper rod, so I'm going to fish that for the time being. If I don't get anything on the sniper rod, then what I'll do is I'll put that away and I'll get another big rod out. But that's what I'm going to do for now, because it just feels as though I haven't done that, and it'll make a change, won't it? I'm going to bait up this flapper rig now and I'm going to put it in short. So I didn't fish or anything short last night, and if I get 2 rods out, even if I think to myself, oh, I'm going to fish one long, one short, I'll be hitting them both out, won't I? So I'm a little bit further up where that chap is where I was fishing last night. Colin was here, just there, look, so you can see his footprints, and he's over there now. So we're in different spots, so hopefully I might catch the bass that Colin caught. Well, not the exact bass, because that's yeah, see in a bit. So we've got the long awaited sniper rod back. We've got a 2 at flapper on there with some rag on. Not great rag, it's had better days, but I've filled them up. There must be 4 or 5 on there. It's only getting chucked out short, you know the score. That is short and all. And I've got trabuco line on there, no leader. So we've got trabuco line on that, the same as I've got on my live liners. The same as I've got on my live liners. And that literally went 10 yards out, if that. So we're now fishing 1 out and 1 in, aren't we? Might put my neck brace. Did I bring it? Do you know, I don't think I did I? I thought, you won't need that, but I brought it. Right, let's get that on, because I don't like a cold neck, as you know. That's the make of it. It's thick at the front and soft at the back. It's more for a motorbike really, but I'm not sponsored. I'm not even recommending it, I'm just showing you what I've got. I've also got just them thin ones as well, which are perfectly alright, but this one's just, it's got a bit of a something furry on the inside. Well, that's both them rods casted out, and yeah, let's hope we catch something, eh? So time is 7 o'clock, 7:15 now. So what happened last night, I went to the van, put all my gear away, got my roll mat out, blew that up, got my sleeping bag out, pillow, drunk the rest of my coffee, which was lukewarm. It was all right to drink. I finished it off cold this morning. And then got tucked down, tossing and turning as you do when you're sleeping somewhere different, but fell asleep and had a good sleep and woke up at 3:20. Matey boy pulled up right beside me. I heard him get out and stuff. I was wondering whether is this going to be trouble or not, but it weren't. And then got back to sleep again, but it felt like an age. And then my alarm went off at 4:55 and I kept snoozing it until 6:15. And I got up because I heard Colin pull up in his van. And I thought to myself, I was lying there snoozing the alarm and I was thinking, do you know what, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. And I then decided, yeah, I'm gonna, because I'm here. I thought to myself, hang on, you'll only have 3 videos, 1 go up Wednesday, that's 2. You ain't gained nothing. You've come all this way and you ain't gained nothing. So I thought to myself, right, I'm doing it because I'll feel better about it in the day tomorrow. Yeah, I got out and Colin was there with his fry pan on. Says to me, do you want an egg patty or bacon, sausage? And I was like, still half asleep. And I says, no, I've got some hot dogs, mate. I've got some hot dogs. And I was having an hour because I was hungry. And I was thinking, by the time I've cooked the hot dogs and done that, I wouldn't be here, sat here now fishing. I'd still be probably walking down the beach. And I said, yeah, go on then, I'll have a sausage. Stick us 3 in. So 2 bits of bread, not buttered, the fisherman's way. And he cooked breakfast. And he fried that up. I had 3 sausages and 2 bits of bacon. I didn't like to take too much. Put a load of brown sauce on it, bit of HP. Absolutely brilliant. Took my drugs for my hip, put my cream on, add some water, did my pollutions, and give Colin a ring and says, I'm now on my way, and he says, I'll meet you. And then Colin helped me drag my barra up that slope. Now I can do it, it'll take me a while, but I can do it. But Colin did that, and then it's a godsend because he helps me lift my barra over the rails, because you used to be able to walk straight on this beach, but like I said last night in last week's video, you can't do that now because they've piled that great big pile of sand over there. Look, let me show you. See that pile of sand? So yeah, thank you very much, Colin. I said to him, you've been my guardian angel. Even dragged my barra down there. Really appreciate it. It's really helpful. But yeah, I did make the effort and I did get out, but I was so cold. I'll tell you what it is. When I was tired, it was that I was cozy in that sleeping bag, and I thought, well, I could drive on now. Absolutely fantastic. So I'm full. I've still got a sandwich with me. I brought a sandwich. So I've still got one sardine, tomato and cucumber sandwich. Got a bottle of water this time. So we ain't gonna be here too long. I should be all right here. I was fishing up top there before in last week's video. Now the water might come over to here. I might just have to move up the slope a bit, but I've only got to move back 8 foot, 10 foot. High tide today is about 9 o'clock, I think. Probably 8:45. I shall check because I might get internet signal there. And yeah, what else is there to say? I don't know. We're at Trunch Lane. I'm just pleased that I'm here and I'm doing what I set out to do yesterday. Because it is getting to the point now where it's a lot easier to stay in my front room and sit on the sofa. My boss rang me up the other day, yesterday. I rung him up, spoke to him, and told him about me, and he said, are you going to be able to do the next house? And I thought, yeah, because I need the money. But I'll get it done. But I'm going to farm some of the jobs out so that I ain't got to do them, so it just leaves me the painting and the carpet fitting. And if I can't do the carpet fitting, I shall contact my old carpet fitter and ask him to come and help me and pay him. I might even do that as well. But yeah, it's a little bit of mist in the air, so I'm going to have to keep cleaning this lens. That's why I've got the camera this way round, because it's coming that way, but I'll turn you around in a minute. But yeah, we've got a sniper rod out with a old Abu multiplier. It's a level line, because I'm only chucking out 20 yards at the furthest. Ain't going to go out far with a level line on. I've got a 7-ounce weight on there. I only give that a little tiny flick out. But we want to see. Right, that's going from left to right, so I need to go to the left and cast next time. I casted to the right that time because I may have casted to the left. So it's now swinging round to the right. I need to keep an eye on that because there's a bit more of a tide pull on that than there was last night. But if that line stays where it is, that'll be all right. It's going to move somewhere, innit? It ain't going to hold bottom because it's quite a large tide, and you often get quite a tide run through here. Sometimes it's unfishable. I've fished on this beach where there's been sand blown down the beach, 30-mile-an-hour winds. I could only just get my shelter up. But if I didn't get that shelter up, I wouldn't have been fishing because it was bombarding the shelter all day. It was terrible. Videos on the channel, go back. It'll say Trunch Lane. Right, my rod has just flicked round. Can't remember if I've set the drag. That's not a bad cast, is it? Look. Can't see the gold, the next gold bar. I can cast past that, but it was when I was putting a step in. But that's first cast, and my spills are filled to the top. They're not 5 mil down, 3 mil down. You don't get any problems with other runs with these unless you forget to put your thumb on the spill at the end. Yeah, great reels. And I think the magnets are on full. The magnets are on full. My magnets are always on full. Now that's just cleared up a bit. Look at that. I think it has. Should clear up. They do forecast rain between 7 and 8. But hopefully it won't come. But it's not looking good. It is grey out there and the wind's blowing this way. Hopefully it'll be nice for the Bass Festival. John Spolt has got a team. There's quite a few fishermen. Well, obviously he's got a few people in his team. Got Dwayne Lockwood, world champion at backcasting, lives in Norfolk. Man with a beard, lovely bloke. Yeah, he's got some good casters in it, good fishermen in it. He's got Julian in it. He fishes Norfolk. So yeah, we're set up. There's all moisture on my line. I'm going to put my coat on in a minute, I think. Cut this window, and then I won't get cold, will I? I think that sausage and bacon butty, Colin, I think it's laying a bit heavy now on my belly. How's the diet going? Well, the diet going quite good at the minute, apart from today. And yeah, today I have fruit for breakfast, fruit for dinner. I've never ate so many bananas and apples. And here this morning it ain't gonna go well because I've had bacon and sausage, but I've always said if I go fishing I'm eating because I'm not getting hungry. Because when you're on a starvation diet, if you do a lot of work and stuff, then obviously you start getting a bit lightheaded, don't you? So if I'm fishing I'll eat normally, but on the way home I've got 2 apples to eat, and then I shall just eat fruit this afternoon, and then I have my main meal at night. So I've been doing that. I haven't weighed myself. Didn't weigh myself at the beginning. I might weigh myself this weekend actually, but it's just a case of my belt. I'll know that I'm getting thinner. I ain't bothered about weight measurements. It's being able to get my, well, I can get my belt on, I just want to get it on more. I might just use this hoodie hood to keep my head warm. I didn't bring a wool hat, that's the problem. My little rod just went down, but it could be the weight popping out, couldn't it? And last night, where I casted my weights, they just stayed put. This one's really swung round to the right. That could mean weed, couldn't it? So when that moves round a touch more, I'm going to reel it in, and then I shall cast that again towards the left. Keep away from that chap because it's going from, my weight's going from left to right as usual. Right, let's get this big rod reeled in. Just been down to Colin and he says there's May rock. I suppose it is May. Colin! One ounce. Why didn't you go, little fella? Let's get this unhooked and I'll bring you back. But that's the blank out of the way. Third hound of the season. Little bit of blood coming out because it was deep hooked, but I had to get the hook out and it came out quite easy with the disgorger. But there you have one little pup. What, 48, 50, 46, whatever. You can see a tiny little bit of blood coming out. Now my bucket's got blood in it, but that's clotted. It's only been in there for a few minutes and that was pouring out, and now it's clotted. But there you go. One hound. Let's get that back. Look at them eyes. Look at them eyes. Look at them eyes. So we'll get that back. We aren't doing any big pictures or anything. It's just a small pup. Let's get that back. And there is May rot. Bloody beached itself, didn't it? They're a sod, aren't they? He's there again. Sometimes I've thrown these back 5 or 6 times. He's there swimming about in the water. He's going out. He's going this time. He's out probably about 4 meters now. I thought he was there then, but he ain't. Hopefully he has gone. I just turned around, like I said to you in last week's video, when you chuck them back you have to watch to make sure they go out, especially dogfish, because they keep coming up on the beach. I mean at Budley Salterton I had some that kept coming up and up. I had 2 beached, looked down and thought shit, even though I'd made sure they'd gone. So I'm going to get this baited up and what this rod after I pulled the May rod off, and what I'll do is I'll just keep an eye on it because I do not want to get it caught, and I hope it don't bite my sniper rod thinking oh it's more bait, because I don't want to hook that one again. He deserves to go. He is gone. So he actually beached himself and I've chucked him back. So got to change my water because the water's all bloody. But yeah, that's all done. So I'm gonna get this set up and I'm gonna have to move up the beach a bit. Not too far though. So yeah. I watched the shoreline. Need a magnifying glass. See you in a bit. No blank for Vern today. That's 2 sessions, brilliant. See if we can catch another round, eh? That was a good chuck, that was. I'm chuffed with that one. Now, the only thing is, it's not where the last hound was. That one went further. Chuffed with that. Should we reel this Kenzaki rod in? Well, which one? Yeah, I casted that out 10 yards to the left, and it's probably at an angle of 2 yards from straight, so that's good. That'll swing round a bit because of the tide pull. Cast was good, dead straight. Happy with that. Now, battery should be alright for battery. Well, that battery didn't last. I was just then saying, yeah, I think I've got enough battery, and it went. That was on 20 odd %, but that's one of my old ones. I've used. That was an old one, and this is an old one, and then I've got a new one in my pocket, which they're alright. They're good batteries. Still no hound on the shoreline at all, so that's gone back safely. So I'm now going to reel in this short Kenzaki and bait it up with something else. I've got some squid heads, I might use them because they're only short in. And I can put a couple on the, yeah, that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use squid heads because I'm always throwing them. Thought of that. Don't have to chuck squid heads away anymore. Thread them on. I'll put my pliers over here. brilliant. Well, there you have it. We've got squid heads on the flapper rig. So I went through the eyes, literally through one eye and out the other eye, and then pushed it up the hook, and then turned it 90 degrees and went through where the beak is, through the body of the head. And yeah, it stayed on the hook really well, didn't fly off in the cast. I can now use squid heads. I can use squid heads if I wrap them up, but you look at them and you think, oh, it's easy to just use a squid body, isn't it? Right, there's my setup. What I'm going to do is it's a bit of a cast today, to say the least. The sun's trying to get out. It'll burn it off eventually. They reckon by 9 o'clock we'll see some sun, but I don't know how true that is. But I'm going to move my stuff up this slope a bit now, and yeah, that ain't going to be comfortable, is it? Wish me luck. Would like another hound. Wouldn't mind a bass or something as well. My sniper rod is swung to the right a bit. I'll have to keep an eye on that. I'll see you in a bit. Well, the sun's breaking through, look. Can you see that? So hopefully it'll burn this mist off, and everything will be fun-dabby-doozy. I've brought my rods up a bit, and I'm on this slope there, so everything's a bit hard with the tripod at the minute, but it is what it is. I got a bite. Now I brought 2 crab with me today. 2 crab. And I cut them in half. Don't need a lot of crab on a bait. I got a bite again. I was just sitting down, resting my oh, I can't see it because the sun's in my eyes, but I'm not complaining. Matey boy's packing up by the look of it. Yeah, I had a bite there. Well, it's either a small, something small. It's just, it did tap. Nearly that. Well, I can see the second gold band, and I've just wound that in to take the slack up as well. So I thought it was a good cast. I can't believe he's packing up. He ain't going home. He's been here since probably started fishing at 4 o'clock, and it is now 8:30. Yeah, when that sun comes out, I'll be stripping off, I think. I'm gonna sit down again. Oh. Right, so I had a little tap like that. I don't know how long these videos are going to be here, but I'm just pleased to be on the beach, and whatever the video's length is, I haven't got anything to rant about. I've ranted about people in petrol stations buying the shop, and haven't I? Did that last week, because for you there's a week between these videos, and for me it's been probably about 6 hours. Now, what is it now? 9, 6, 7 hours. So yeah, I ain't done a lot since then, ever. I'm not getting into politics again. They're just all arseholes, aren't they? All of them. The ones that are in don't do what they should do. And if they were to do what they should do, they'd probably get re-elected. But they don't do anything because they're governed by another federalisation called EFW, is it? Something like that. Or is it WHO? No, HOW. No, that's not the one. There's another one, isn't there, that was started up after the war. They seem to have a lot of control, putting in laws and stuff. People that aren't voted for democratically by our country, and then we adopt their rules, you know. But I'm not getting into that. I am not going to do it today. So I'm going to shut up now before I do get into it. But yeah, I've had a little bit of road rage this week, muttering to myself, swearing. I had some dickhead yesterday. I was going around the left-hand side of the roundabout and he was here on the right-hand side. Then he decided that he was going over there, even though he never had his indicator on, and was bibbing his horn at me. I could see everything. I was ready for him. I had my brake covered. So I was then telling him to get the fucking right potty mouth and just get out of it. And he then pulled in front of me and got on his way. And never had any more trouble after that. None at all. So what else? Just generalisation with road positioning, you know, where they block the whole road off. You can't get on your way because they're turning right. Fucking knobs. Yeah, you off? You have, yeah. Yeah, I didn't know whether you...
A little bit of rag?
Yeah, I can do, mate. Thank you very much. I didn't know whether you was parking up for a bit of how's your father, or whether you was fishing. I was there listening because I was off sleep, woke up, and then I was...
Like I say, I'd rather be fishing than how's your father. And
yeah.
Yeah. You had much?
I've had an hound, and he's just pulled in an hound, Colin. So you get a flounder out? Yeah, no?
Yeah.
What else?
Bass earlier.
Yeah.
Not bad size, like that.
I've just got squid heads on that little rod, just in close, and I caught the hound on the big rod.
Sweet.
But I casted straight and then it went to the right, and I thought, right, I'll go to the left and cast. I've been fishing the river so much, you forget. Last night I was thinking, does it go left to right or is it right to left? And I thought, it's left to right, I know that.
Staying long?
Probably a couple of hours after high. High water's nearly now, isn't it? No, yeah.
Well, I'll leave it with you.
Yeah.
I hope you get somewhere.
Do you fish here often then?
Not really, I'm from Birmingham, so I always fish the river.
Oh, right. That's where I fish there.
Yeah. Still a few about in there though, isn't there?
There is, yeah. There's been 2 haddock come out of Bay 27. There's been a few cod, isn't there, in the woods and that, and on the point.
To be fair, I've been away working, so I've not really done a lot of fishing this year.
Yeah.
This is the first time since the end of January, beginning of February, I think.
Yeah. It's getting too cold for winters for me now. I don't know if I'll be able to manage next winter. I think I might pick all the good days.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I've got a bad hip as well. It's a bit of a struggle.
Yeah, well that's the thing, isn't it? The only good thing about them bays is you're straight out your van, aren't you?
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Walk on the sand,
yeah. Well, if it were, well, I would have got here, but Colin dragged my trolley up. Godsend. And he cooked me breakfast.
Oh, that's right. Right, I'll leave it with you, buddy.
Yeah, have a nice weekend. Ta-da. There you go, we've got some rag now, so I can put some rag on this. After these squid heads, I'll put rag on. But we have had a tap on the big rod, which has got squid and crab on. Peeler crab. I've got another one in there, so I've got 2 more chucks with that. I've got 3 more casts with the big rod, at least, with crab anyhow. Anyhow, I'll bring you back in a minute. It's, yeah, matey boy, he got here at, like I said at the beginning, he got here at, it was either 3:40 or 20 past 3. Hi, pet. Hello. Yeah, I did, yeah. I'll be back in a bit. Hang on. Right, we'll get this reeled in. The chap next door who's now going, who come here early this morning, he's give me some ragworm, which is very nice of him. So we'll try ragworm now. Nothing on the squid head. Good thing about this rod is you can bring it in quite quickly. I've got 2 heads on the top one and 1 head on the bottom, so they do come off. What's that picture of? There you go, bit of ragworm. Can't be bad, can it? Can't be bad. And I suppose we better check the other rod because there might be a bit of may rot on it. I do like this Trabuco line, it is rather nice. Right, there you have it. Shall I bring my big rod in? I'll tell you what I might do. I might bring that back down there because the tide ain't going to come over. It's always a bit of a, it's always harder following the tide out. When you're fishing from low water to high, you just knock your drags off and you can, as long as they're on the clicker, and you can just walk up the beach with your tripod. It's easy. When you go back, the best time to probably start walking back out, if you're following the tide out, is when you've got at least one rod in, because you've got to keep putting the rods down, taking the slack up, and unless you let the slack go all over the beach. But it depends how far you got to walk. If you're only going 10-15 yards at most, it's not a problem. If you leave it and you've got 50 yards to go out and you think, oh, I better go down to the water's edge, pain in the ass. So here comes Colin. Look, he's a bit shy. He's a bit shy with his sunglasses on, but he's coming down for a chat. So I'm going to sign off, and I'll speak to you in a bit. There goes Colin. He's going back to his rods. He don't like being on film, but he don't mind his back. I think he's getting used to it now, because last week for you, we got a picture of his bass, and we got Colin Shaw in that one. So he is now a star. Right, well, I'm going to pull this big rod in because I've got another bait baited up ready, and I might not chuck it out as far. So let's get filming. Right, that said, that was green, the battery, but it came up battery low and turned off. So it's now got a brand new old battery, new stock, and yeah, it's new to me. Apparently they haven't been used, but bought them off eBay, come from a shop. Now these batteries do last a good length of time, so I'm on them now. Do the drag up, take the clicker off for once. Get the new bait on, we'll chuck it out not quite so far, and I can actually cast to the right this time. Trying to get my glove on, holding my rod. We've got a breakaway in on. Right, we've got crab on this again. If there's anything out there, I'll catch it, won't I? Hopefully. Never know, do you? Right, now then, I am not going out as far. I am not going out as far. I've got to keep saying that, because then I'll whack it. Well, whack it for me. Yeah, it didn't go to plan. Went out just as far, maybe a little bit shorter. Never mind. The hound. Colin's beating me again. He's just caught an hound. So he had a dogfish last time that I thought was a hound. I don't think the sniper rod is working, but I've signed up to it now, so that's what I'm on. I'll get another rig baited up. I'll get this one changed, baited up again with the squid and the crab again. Thought I'd take the crab home. So I've got 2 more casts with that rod. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I've got ragworm for the little sniper rod, so I'll keep putting that on, and I'll bring you back in a minute. This is where we're at. This is Trunch Lane. So we've got Colin there. There's dog walkers down there, people walking on the beach. And then matey boy, he turned up about 6:15. I don't know if he's had anything. There are them piles of sand there where they've dumped them right where you walk onto the beach. Bit of a pain. And you've got a promenade that will cross there. But Colin helps me get the other side of there. There's 2 rails, top rails missing, and they've been cut off. And Colin helped me get my gear over there, which is very good of him. Otherwise I'd have to take it all off the trailer, off the buggy, and put it all back on the buggy the other side. But see you in a bit. It's a glorious day. I've caught a hound, so it's not a blank. It's pleased to catch a hound. Colin's had 2. He's a far better fisherman than me. Got ragworm on this, so let's see what happens. That's all gone. It's amazing, isn't it? Right, we're going to put prawn on now. I don't understand. Never get on with ragworm. Do in Devon. It's nice in Devon, you know. No weed though. Hopefully it's dropped out. So I've got some prawns there. I'm hoping I ain't got a bait elastic them on. These worms, they've had the best. We'll just tip it with a bit of rag. These aren't going to be left out as long because I want to catch a fish. Right. So we got top hooks, prawn and tip, prawn tip with rag, and the bottom one is just prawn. The sun is still behind the cloud. Look at that, it's bird nested up that. Fucking shitbag. Right. Simple solution here. Put another reel on. I've took that reel off. There's no magnets on that reel. That's the first time I actually casted that a bit harder. And obviously, because it is a level wind, it is meant for dropping over the side. Perhaps I need to bring a, I'll bring a 6500. That's got a mag on it, hasn't it? Well, it goes to show that the ragworm, if they aren't good quality, they just come off the hook. That was one cast, and I've lost half the rag. But the prawn is still on. Let's get that up the line and let's put another prawn on. Right, dry me out. This will be alright. Proper reel this. Right. Not a problem now. If you do a lazy cast with one of them Abus and new magnets, yeah, it's alright. It's okay. But if you put some welly in, I didn't keep my thumb on it, you see, to thumb it. But then if you got to thumb it, what's the point of welly in it? Because I ain't getting out far with it, with that boot rod. 25 yards maximum on a good throw. You can do enough for ground with it, so that's good. Sun's out. Bloody hell. Feel the sun. God, if that stays out, might have to be able to take this neck warmer off, my coat off. Looks like there's rain out there, but I'm hoping it ain't. Anyhow, Spolt, I hope you're getting on all right. It is now 25 to 10. So by now, you'd have left your house, met up with your mate in Norfolk to get your crab, 15 crab, and then you'll be actually at your venue, won't you? And you'll know whether it's Kellen or Bacton. So I hope you got a good peg, hope you catch, hope Dwayne does, and the rest of the gang, Julian. I don't know who else is in your gang. Dodgy gang that, don't mess with them. Yeah, it's a bit slow again. I'm pleased I've caught an hound. That's 3 hounds now this year. Chuffed with that. I think that either equals or betters what I caught last year. No, it don't better. It might have equalled it, or if it hasn't, I'm 1 behind. But I'm not going into that. What I know is I didn't catch more than 5. Don't even know if I caught a ray. No, I can't think. I had so many blanks last summer. I remember blank, and then I caught a flounder off Tunstall, and then it was blank. Fantastic winter last year, 54 cod, and then this year, then the summer, it was terrible. But we survived, didn't we? We survived. Right, now then, get my camera gear out. I don't think Colin's had any more fish. He's tidying up his bivvy at the minute, his igloo. Sorry, it's not a bivvy. Do apologise. Yeah, like I say, they ain't moving much. Now on the big rod, I've got squid wrapped with crab. I've got a crab claw and a leg in it as well as half a crab. And on the other rod, the last cast had ragworm on, which there weren't any. The ragworm have passed the best. And I've got now prawn on. Now with that cocked up cast, I give it a little bit more welly than all the others, and that's the reason why that bird's nested. So when I get I'll pull all that out when I've got time. And I need to figure out a reel for that. Now, I have got one. It's a fixed bill, but I wanted to have multipliers on all my rods. So I've got some abus. What I'm going to do is I'll bring an abu, and because they're in all the same, it'll just eat away at me. No, not really. I might bring a Florida orange. I don't really use them that often. I've got 3, so I'll use the odd one out, because I've got 2 Floridas, which are the newer ones, and I've got a Mark 1 Florida orange with new stickers on. But yeah, this is Trunch Lane. We've got a dog up past Colin that's digging holes. It's an Alsatian. He's chucking sand behind him like Billy-O. He's going at it. He's obviously smelt something dead under the sand. So I'm going to get home today early afternoon, I think. 8:45, 9:45. So we're an hour down from high now. And yeah, it would be nice to pull out another fish, but that's what we're looking at. It's quite nice, isn't it? I didn't go anywhere else because, as much as I wanted to, because I don't, well, I'm here on the coast, so it enables me to go other places. But the reason I didn't is I knew Colin was coming back here, and I thought it'd be nice just to fish with him again. So yeah, I stopped there. It enabled me then to have a bit longer sleep. Now if I'd have gone to the river like I'd planned, I wouldn't have got a lot of sleep. I'd have probably got a couple of hours. So by coming here, fishing here, getting in my van, I got more sleep. I must have had 4 hours anyhow. I'll probably have a kip this afternoon. I normally fall asleep in the afternoon or in the evening anyhow. You can ask Andrew Jones that. So that small rod, it's just, there ain't going to be, well, there is bass here because people are pulling it out. But hopefully the prawn will attract something. Oh dear. Yeah, Colin's got nothing on that. Sun's trying to break through it. It's a little bit warm. Certainly feel a bit of warmth now. Yeah, I'll just keep watching these rods, shall I? Got nothing else to do, have I? Got nothing else to do, have I? I am hoping. I don't really often catch on prawn. I have done in the past. I've had a cod on it, but doesn't seem to be that reliable. That's a bit better. I've had to put my sunglasses on. I'm not a great big sunglasser lover, but it is very bright. I think I might have something on the sniper rod. If I haven't, I think something's playing with it. I'll keep watching these and I shall bring you back if I get anything. But there's something, probably crab. But I'm hoping with that short little cast, them prawns will still be on there doing the business. Clearly the ragworm in. I'll see you in a bit. Well, I've got my prescription sunglasses on because it just happens to be a little bit too bright and I'm squinting. But I won't keep them on all the time. I keep getting the odd little tiny knock on my sniper rod with a prawn on it. I'm just hoping, it'd be nice to catch another fish. It's not a blank, I've caught a hound, so it's all good. The sun hasn't come out. It's high in the sky now, so it is quite bright through the clouds. But I don't like wearing sunglasses, but it's a neat means to an end, isn't it? But got me prescription lenses in there from Verns opticians. I just took my lenses out of my old glasses and stuck them in. I think it's brilliant. Saved me buying some glasses anyhow. Keep getting little tentative tips like this on that sniper rod. The May rot has gone, but I don't know if it will return. But yeah, it could be the waves hitting my line on my sniper rod, couldn't it? Because it's only out. It's only out. Oh, I can't see the back of the thing. I'm tapping the back of the camera because I've got these on. I can't see it, can I? Could just be the wave. See, that wave just crashed on the shore and the rod didn't move. But I'm going to reel that in very shortly because I'm going to keep putting prawns out there. I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, I might have. I doubt it, but you never know, dear. I'll bring you back in a minute and we'll have a look at it. I'm going to make another bait up, get it ready for when I bring the big rod in. And what I'll do is, when I come back, I'll bring a sniper rod in, bait up, chuck out, and bring the big rod in. Put a fresh crab bait on. See you in a bit. Right, let's get that right. Right, let's get this little rod in. Right, I've got to decide what I'm putting on that. I might put some prawn on and some squid on actually, because yeah, prawn ain't stayed on. I think there's crabs out there taking it off. We'll thread it on. Leave it out 5-10 minutes. If I cast up there, that's probably half the length of my cast into the water. So I'm going to come down there. It's not far. Fishing there, you ain't going to catch them, are you? I probably should have fished 2 rods, big rods. But then I brought the sniper to use, and I didn't feel like catching. With the tide pull that it was like first thing, I didn't want to struggle. Because fishing can go from enjoyable to struggle in seconds. Right, now let's get the big one in, shall we? Let's set this up there. I'll tell you what, let's have a different angle, shall we? Now I haven't got anything on there that I've seen. I haven't seen the boats or anything on it at all. But you never know, do you? A little flounder would be nice. Chap next to me caught a flounder. Oh, hang on. Yeah, trapdoor's shut. Do you remember watching Trapdoor when you was a child? Be of a certain era. Like 80s. I think it was meant to be like a children's horror. Well, that must be the weight digging into the beach, because that was, unless I've got a fish on it. I've got someone's line. Someone's line. So that's my weight with my bait on. I've got a breakaway and a load of broken lines, so we've cleared the beach up a bit. Look, let me show you. There's my rig and bait. And then we've got yellow breakaway with pink beads. So that's another catch in it. I don't really need any weights, but it's a good weight. I should take all that on. Well, let's pull that out of the water anyhow, isn't it? Shall sort that out down there. Right, let's finish reeling this in, and then what we'll do is we'll stick that new bait on and cast out. Got a bit of May rot on there, tiny little bit. I shall persevere pulling it off. This May rot, if you pull it down and get it into little bits and ping it and flick it, it should come off. But it is an absolute pain. God, it hurts your fingers, doesn't it? Hope you ain't got any of this at bloody that Bass Festival, mate. Come on. Well, if it's there, it'll be on the Alderness coast. Can't bother to get any more off. Well, we've cleaned some of the sea up, haven't we? Well, I'm just going to do another red thump with this one. No, yeah, I'm going to put it on the ground. Need to walk round the back Vernon. That's it. Because there's a pull of a left to right as the tide go out. From right to left, sorry. That's not as far. It's still further than I wanted to go, but it's not as far. You just have to do it gentle and not put no effort in it. I hit the spill release. That's why it come off so quickly. So yeah, I've got this here, I've got a sort of bait out, but shall I sort of bait? What I'm going to do is, because my hip's hurting now, I'm going to cut this bait off here, put the new bait on so I'm ready. That's my last crab then. We can still keep fishing this down. Still plenty of time to fish. Probably fish till probably dinner time. And then I'm just going to use what bait up I've got. And then I'll unpick that rig that I've pulled in. But yeah, it's not a bad session. I've got to check this memory cards, make sure I've got enough time on it for putting my glasses on. And I'll see you in a bit. Hope this one stays on longer. Is that? Yeah, it's on. Is it filming? Yep. Well, still got prawn on it. It was still fishing. Yeah, I don't know what was the matter with the GoPro then. I put a battery in, it had plenty of power. It's one of the new batteries. Yeah, woe is me, eh? But as soon as I see some batteries at GoPro, I'll buy them. So someone's been nibbling at that, and it'll be crabs. I think Colin's got the same thing going on down there with crabs. So hope you got a few more fish than this on the Norfolk coast for today and tomorrow. Or else it'll be a quiet bass festival, wouldn't it? Well, that was clearly the battery. I don't know. The batteries seem alright. The ones that I've used up to now. Matter of fact, that battery, I have been switching them around. So the one at the top that I've took could have been one that's only been charged up once. So that might be the thing. Tell you what's different about this rod. I've now worked out what it is. Yeah, I'm casting with my left hand. I need to put my left hand at the bottom of the rod, my right hand on the multiplier. Now that's going to feel a little bit awkward. The next cast on this rod I will try that, but probably a fixed bill reel rod. Right, I'm going to leave the big rod out for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to bring that in and change it, and that might be the last cast. Colin's stopped there all day. He can't think of anywhere better to be, so he'll probably fish it all the way down, and then he'll start catching probably on the way on the flood. But I'm not stopping there that long. I am not. That won't be me. So I'll get another GoPro battery in my pocket ready. Chuck that line in there. Take them with me. One weight. Quite like them weights. Them breakaways, they're quite nice. I probably would only use them breakaway weights along with, I only use the SKMs. Get your SKM weights from Mike's Tackle at Caister. He's on eBay. He's got his own website called Caister Tackle. The chap that owns it is called Mike. This all makes sense really. Sells all fishing gear, sea fishing, carp fishing, all tackle, line, sea fishing rods only. He sells any fish anywhere. He's 6 and bait, 4 and bait, whatever you want. He'll sell all Achios range of rods and reels. Yeah, he's always worth phoning up, seeing what his prices are and asking for a deal or something. He'll only give you the deal of the day however he's feeling. It might be full price, it might be whatever, but that's down to Mike, it's his business. But yeah, give him a look. He's on eBay. And if you just put in Caister Tackle on the internet, Google search, he'll come up. Which is in Lincolnshire. Right, the sun is coming through the clouds a little bit. I can feel it on my head. So I think I am getting sunburn even though the sun is behind the clouds. Because my head, when the sun hits it, feels hot. Should have put my hat on. It's never too late, is it? But I am squinting without them sunglasses on. Right, I'm gonna see how he's casting out. Colin's casting out. Yeah, I'm getting little tiny taps like that on my rod, on the little sniper rod. There'll be something eating away at the prawn, won't it? But you can only be here, you can only cast in and give it a go, can't you? If the fish ain't there, they ain't there. But it hadn't been a blank session, I caught a hound. What would it have been? 46, 48, 50, somewhere around there. She's gone back. She's not on the beach at all, so she's actually gone back and swam off, not died on the floor. And yeah, she'll get bigger, be caught next year. Hopefully she'll avoid them fishing nets. I'll see you in a bit. This is what I'm looking at. I'm gonna just sit and worry about my batteries, because I've got to worry about something. And I'll see you in a bit. Alsatian's coming down this way, still digging the holes in the sand. I've just put me, someone else coming fishing now. I've just put me bait on top of the bait bag because this dog's coming. Don't get fed up digging, does it?
No, he loves it. Absolutely loves it. I don't know why he does it.
We've been watching him, he's been digging all over, hasn't he?
He picks a stone up, drops it, digs it. Yeah, this way, come here.
How old is he?
3 years, 3 months. Is he alright? Can he get? Yeah, he can get me.
Yeah, I've put my bait out the way.
Yeah, he'll drop it and then start digging it and then making a funny noise. What have you? Then he'll do it again and again.
My mate used to be a police dog handler.
Hey?
My mate used to be a police dog handler, he used to have loads of them.
We won't have any other than a German Shepherd.
No?
He's our third. It's third and prettiest. We used to have one that's head were like that, used like a lion's head.
There's a bloke walk round my way and his is like a rusty brown.
Yeah.
Just that colour. Absolutely cracking dog. Really fluffy.
Well, he's got blue gene in him. He was blue when he was born.
Yeah.
It's his grandmother's solid blue. But yeah, then he's changed colour. It's still changing now, even at 3-year-old. So I don't think he'll change much, but yeah, beautiful looking dog.
Yeah. He wants to stay on the beach and dig.
Oh, that's all he wants. He drags me down. I've got one of them multi-leads that stops him pulling. And I thought, no, he's been good. I'll take him down. He's dragged me all the way down here. You know?
Is that his rock? Is he had that in his mouth?
Yeah. Yeah, and he'll just pick it up, walk somewhere else and dig again. It's weird. Don't know why he does it, he just does it. See you again.
See you later, mate. Enjoy your walk. Look at this dog here. Got his stone. So he drops his stone and he's now digging another hole. He's been digging holes everywhere. So he drops that stone and then he digs around it. There goes the stone. Now he's digging another hole. Now he's got it in his mouth. I think he's digging traps for if there's any rubber boats land on this beach. They'll trip over and break their ankle. And take more valuable time up in the NHS for my operation. That dog, he's at fault. What beautiful dog, he's having a wee now. Then walking back. He's calling it. Dog's just digging more holes. Well, Colin's set up for the day, isn't he? He's in his shelter. Right, I'm at 57 minutes left. So what I was looking at, yeah, it's all right. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? So this is what I've got behind me. Anybody that's been to Trunch Lane will know. Great heap of sand in my gateway. There's another chap turned up there fishing. He's now getting set up. Some old boy, probably about 5 years older than me. Isn't it amazing? As you get older, you still don't think you're old, do you? You might feel old. I certainly feel old. We talked about that in the last video with Spolt, didn't we? Yeah, as I'm fishing here, the last video that was out on YouTube was the video with me and Spolton. Gus and Luna and Roscoe. So yeah, that was last Wednesday. Thank you to all the subscribers that have subscribed and comment. Daughter's asking me for a spirit level. Can I borrow it? Why does she have to ask? You don't need to ask. So she's obviously putting something up and needs a spirit level. That could be quite scary, couldn't it, unless Tom needs it. Yeah. Anyhow, what I was saying, what's the subscribers on now? Let's have a, ain't going into it. Brett will tell me off if I go into it. Whoa, we're at 5,092. When I was fishing the last session, which was on the river, Bay 28, I was at 5,090 and it dropped to 5,089 for like the 20th time. Goes up, comes down, and I just had enough. I had a bit of a moan, but I'm now at 5,092. You never know, by the end of May I might be at 5,100. Let's hope so. My subscribers, and this is only for information, is plus 18. It was plus 23 at Bay 28. So that means one thing: my subscribers ain't going anywhere. I have gone up an extra 2 subscribers or 3 subscribers since this video has gone up with me and Spolt, but I'm only at plus 18, so it's drying up. But yeah, thank you to all subscribers that comment, thumbs up and watch the videos and don't even subscribe to my channel. So yeah, thank you to everyone that watches my channel, everyone that subscribed to my channel and leave comments and thumbs up. But if you can all leave a huge thumbs up on this one, it would be most impressive. Let's see if we can get over 300, shall we? And it'll just help YouTube push me out there. But yeah, it's always a quiet time of the month in sort of like March, April, May for YouTube. For me, it's quiet. Don't seem to get a lot. And last year I lost over 200 in like 2.5, 3 months. But then you gotta, once you lost that, you then got to catch it up. That's if you're a watcher. Do you know what I mean? If you watch your subscribers, but it's all good. You can only be who you are. Can't fib, can't lie. Not everything in the world is great, is it? You know, there is people like me that are with reality, and you know, things aren't always great. Nothing can be always great. That glass isn't always half full, is it? There's a lot of knobs in this world, put it that way. Through every single layer of the country. Even this one sat here, I could be a knob. There's always someone that thinks you're a knob. Now, I'm not gonna delve into my knob at all. All I'm gonna do is tug on that rod in a minute and see what's on it and get that next bait on it. And I'm not going to chuck it. Oh, I will do. I'll chuck it out again. Tide's going out. You want to be firing it out a bit further, don't you? So if I go down to the water's edge and hit it out, I might gain another, well, from here, probably gain another 20 metres. So might be some fish out there, mightn't there? But like I say, thanks to all the subscribers, everyone that watches this channel, leaves a comment, gives me a thumbs up. But let's see if we can get it over 300 at least in this video. And see what YouTube does to my channel, because they might push it out and I might see that something happens. My ear is still slightly half deaf, but apparently they say it's all alright, so I don't know what's going to happen now. See you in a bit. Right, let's get this reeled in. Well, I think I'll have a last chuck out with this rod, get it baited up, put this rig away, and I think you'll see me casting out in a minute, and then that'll probably be it. Alright, let's get this chucked out. Let's go over there a touch. Right, last cast. Last cast out. We'll see what happens. What we've got on there, we've got squid, prawn and crab. So hopefully there's something out there that might sniff it and decide to bite it. You never know your luck, do you? You never know your luck, do you? So that's out there. Brakes are on, or the ratchet. It is.
Now I know who you are.
I don't know you though.
No, you won't. I've seen your channel.
You seen what?
I've seen your channel.
All right.
I can't spot
You
that.
all right, mate?
You're right, mate. I know that limp anywhere.
Yeah, yeah. What's your name?
Tony Stocks.
Tony Stocks.
Yeah, I'm from Louth.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I'm not far away. We fish this quite a bit, like, well, not here, but along this coast.
Yeah. I just said some old boy's gone down there and
Yeah.
he's set up and fishing. And I said, but mind you, he could be a couple of years older than me, but I still say old boy because
Yeah, I'm 62.
Yes,
I'm 62 in September.
I'm
so-
56 tomorrow,
Yeah, so I am.
but
yeah,
I feel like 70. But yeah,
Yeah, I've got to fish it all the way down and then 2 hours up because I reckon there's some smooth hands coming out.
I had one this morning.
Did you?
I had two last night.
Yeah.
Collins had a smooth hound today.
Yeah.
Smooth hound just in dogfish.
Yeah, last year
Bass. He had a bass 52 centimetre bass last night.
I had a bass last week from sort of beach bar. You know the beach
Where?
bar? You know where the beach bar
No,
is?
no.
Sort of on sea,
Yeah, yeah.
straight over.
Right.
There's a beach bar cafe there. We
Right,
so we
okay.
call
So
it the
you're
beach
in
bar.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then a little bit further down, past the social club, there's a little turning there, Bohemian Way. That's where we normally
Oh,
fish.
Bohemian, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Plus the ancient woods,
Right.
the ancient forest out there
Yeah.
on a big low
There's,
tide. See the stumps.
There's the ancient forest is at Mog's Eye as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
it goes all
Mog's
the way-
Eye.
It goes
Yeah.
all the way along
Yeah,
here
yeah.
actually, but yeah, you see it better.
I've seen them stumps at Mog's Eye on the right low tide.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where all the cod and most of the fish hang out.
Yeah.
You can catch cod. Well, I've known cod caught here in June, July, August.
Yeah. But you
Yeah.
never hear much cod coming up.
£7 cod come up here.
Oh, right. That's
That
kept
time of
quiet,
year.
isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. You catch cod at Bohemian Way at low water.
Yeah.
I was catching cod up until June last year. So,
Think of
along with the bass, my mate had, a fortnight ago, my mate had a 2.5 pound bass and a 3.5 pound cod off.
that's on.
Hey?
That's
Yeah.
on. That's all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there was a codling come off air, or a codling come off air last week, I think. My mate Spolton, who
Yeah.
I fished with.
John Spolton.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know him?
Just whack that out.
Do you know
No, I don't know him because he's sort of this way, Norfolk way. I normally
He
fish.
fishes skeg matches.
Yeah,
In
I don't bother with
No.
the matches. I can't be arsed.
No, I can't. They're
I'd
too
rather come
fit,
fresh.
too fit and running about too much, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're too near
Yeah.
together. Too near together, the penny's too near. What are you on?
I've got squid, prawn and crab on that one I just chucked out.
Oh, right.
But I've been chucking out crab and squid all day on the big rod. The little rod's just got prawn on,
Yeah.
rag on.
I've got a little bit of mackerel and I've got some frozen rods. I've got from, I ordered from Mark Son from
Yeah.
Paul. And I've got some squid.
It's got squids and bait as well in Goxell.
Yeah,
He does good bait.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been. I caught it was only about 50 centimetres, but it was just nice to catch.
That was
but there's
all right,
been
50
nothing.
centimetres is all right.
There's been nothing since.
And you?
No, nothing.
You got no?
And
When
yes,
did you get
last
that? Did you
night.
get that high water or?
Yeah, pretty much just before.
Yeah.
And last night I caught on the first and the second cast, and that was it again.
Yeah, well, what was you fishing?
Well, I was catching the hounds on full squid.
No, what state of tide I mean?
That was 2 hours before, and
Before
about,
light.
and about, yeah, and about 2.5 before, and about 2 after.
Low water.
Low water. Well, you know, because you've rocked up at the right time, haven't you?
Well, I'm fishing it down.
How far does it go out there then?
What a bit.
Does it? So what, 100 yards or?
Yeah, 100 yards, yeah.
You're walking in, but I was going to get on this first, it's alright.
Yeah, that's alright for high water, boy.
Yeah. I think I might actually bring...
Best fishing really, is low water.
Yeah, because they're flat beaches.
Yeah. And then you fish it up.
Oh, don't take it out of there. Right, so Colin has just caught a lovely turbot. You happy with that, mate?
I'm happy with that, yeah.
And
Another species.
and you've caught more fish than me again, haven't you? So you whooped my ass last night, and you've whooped it today, haven't you?
Today's not over yet, mate.
No, well,
Anything
that's my last cast on the little rod.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think I'll bring another one out.
and you?
No.
You're not stopping her all day?
No, she just phoned me up and said, "Where's my bread?" Oh, man, Ben, I thought this morning.
Yeah, bread and beer. So, yeah, you got to say, don't forget to subscribe to Verns Sea Fishing.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to Verns Sea Fishing.
That's it. Thank you very much, mate.
7 o'clock every Wednesday night.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, spot on there, mate.
All right.
Well done for that fish. That's it, put it in front of my rods.
I will.
The water is escaping, and I've had enough now, so I'm going to reel this in. I expect my weight is probably just in the water. It's still in the water. Well, I can't believe that I was, with that cast, I was off the slope of the beach, which is stony, very fine stones, and I was actually on the sand, the flat sand of the seabed. So that was good. So we're using this sniper rod. I can actually get onto the flat seabed and not fish on the slope, so that's all good. But we ain't caught nothing on the sniper rod. First outing for the sniper rod, I had to do it today. I've stuck with it. I did say about putting it to bed and getting the big one out, but I ain't had nothing else on the big one. Colin has whooped my ass yet again. So last night he had 3 and I had 2, but I did have the biggest hound. But that don't alter the fact that he had a hound, a dogfish and a bass. Today, can't remember what he's caught. He's had a hound and he's had a turbot. That's what I want. That's what I come to these beaches for, really, this time of year. I know they're on the Yorkshire coast as well. Yeah, I know they're on the Yorkshire coast as well, but it's a lovely little fish to catch, to tick it off the list. Not that I ever catch or species hunt list or anything crap like that. I just come. Well, oh, we left the ratchet on again, haven't we? Right, I've got to walk down there reel, and because I want to bring a camera with me, because this is it. And I want to check to make sure that turbot has gone from where me and Colin released it, because that's the right thing to do. So this is the problem you have when you walk forward following a tide out. Your line goes behind you, and then you have to walk down, reel some more in. I don't know what it's like for them coffee grinder people, but I want to check that this turbot has gone. Put my glasses on. Right, can I see it? There's the footprint, so it was down there somewhere. Can't see it. Mind you, you wouldn't do, would you? But you would do, because it would stand out because it's round, innit? Hey. Onto this sandbank. What's that? That's not it. I'll film this now, someone will see it and I won't. Nothing there. Right, let's get on this sandbank. What was a bit of ragworm floating there. Look, now that we've chucked ragworm in there, now that's either alive and he's fighting for life, but he needs to get underground because then fish will come in and gobble him up. Right, let's hope that turbot got over this sandbank. Bloody bait's been stripped. All the bait has been stripped. You couldn't ride it, could you? There's nothing on this sandbank. You'd like to think that it would fish, it would swim, if not fish. But I'm just going to have a quick recce round there because that's the sort of chap I am. Let's make sure this fish is gone. Could have swam down there because the water's running that way there. Look, can you see it? So it could have swam here. It would have felt that current, wouldn't it? And it swam out through there. So that's probably the way it went. Probably the way it went. Yeah, look, bits of fish, squid. This is where we let it go. I would say we let it go there and then it swam into that bit there. It either went over the top of the sand spit and out to sea, or it got in that and there would have been a current running from left to right over there, and I would say it could have gone out that way because it would have gone with the current, because it's easier to swim that way, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to make a note of the time because I'm going to fish these marks, some of these marks at low water. It's not down on the shoreline, is it? So Colin's packing up, which is good really because it'll give me a lift with my gear. But I can make it, it'll just take me twice as long. I need an hand with it over the railings, otherwise I have to unload my trolley. But yeah, it's been alright, hasn't it? I've enjoyed today. It's been good company. I've seen a turbot off these beaches anyhow. It's not mine. But I'll get one. If I don't get one this year, I'll get one next. Yeah, I might have to take some of these clothes off when I walk back because I'm getting hot. So let's get this rod in there. And that'll be hum and clean all my gear, won't it? Hum and clean all my gear. But yeah. What about if I stand in between the rods? What do you reckon that'll look like? Bit gay, I suppose. Hey ho, there you go. I can't believe all the bait has gone off that. So there's crabs out there now, and as soon as it gets to low water. But yeah, this has been Verns Sea fishing at Trunch Lane. I wouldn't say part 2 because it's a separate video, but yeah, I've had 2 sessions on this beach and I haven't blanked, have I? It's been enjoyable. We'll not do it that way, we'll do it that way because then my voice is not being affected by the wind. That's that way, isn't it, there? So yeah, it's been enjoyable. Met Colin yesterday. That was totally by chance. He was pleased to see me, let's put it that way, and we've got on really well. He cooked me breakfast this morning, he looked after me last night, and he's looked after me this morning as well. He's helped a lot, and it's much appreciated, Colin, dragging that up. I can do it, I wouldn't say I can't, because if I can't I won't be able to fish, but it's yeah, it's been enjoyable, and I appreciate your help. But yeah, this is Trunch Lane. Today is the 11th of May. Well, I have to look at that because it's my birthday tomorrow, which is the 12th of May. So wish me happy birthday in the comments. Give me a thumbs up at least for it being my birthday. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? That'll help me as well in YouTube land. So yeah, today all I've had is a small 50 centimetre hound, but it's a hound. So that's now 3 hounds for the year. So I'm chuffed with that, really. It can only get better, or it might be as bad as last year and I not catch any more. But thanks for coming along. I hope you've enjoyed this video. They are what they are. It's just me, a normal bloke that moans and groans and rants and got opinions, and for some people it's not what they want, and for others they like it. And for all you that like it, thanks for subscribing, thanks for viewing. Even if you aren't subscribed, give us that thumbs up, drop us a comment. Now that's enough rattling on. I'm going now. Next time you see me, it ain't gonna be on a beach. Where will it be? It's going to be somewhere different. Put it this way, if the next video you see me on some sand, the one after that is going to be different, as long as it don't rain. So I'll see you and on. It's beautiful air, isn't it? See you and on. Tom, this is the next session. You can tell that by its daylight. Yeah, it's daylight. So, yeah, so this is the next session. I'm just going to start on this card and then go on to probably a 64 gig card, because I've only got a couple of cards left, and I know I'll get some back, but I just can't be asked to take the card out, to be honest, on the separate card. So yeah, this is the start of the next session, so I'm not going to do my intro. So anyhow, birthday tomorrow, Tom, birthday tomorrow. See you in a minute, mate. I'm gonna do it now. Why am I talking to you just like this? I don't know. Just rattling on, ain't I? Waffle. That ain't waffle, is it? That's someone else's saying.